G'day, boys. What's up, Eric? Christian Gray's first one back in. Fool of a team. Christian Gray's the first one back in. Order has been restored, boys. What's up, Nacho? How are you, my friend? Man, you and me have been going back and forth on the Discord. What's up, Eric? What's up, Toad? How are we all? Pereira lost 2 rounds to Khalil Roundtree, and people are using it to glaze him. Oh, I know, mate. The Poetards, Nacho, Poetards, Nacho, they're unhinged. They're absolutely unhinged. It's a mad world to be in. I don't understand how you can go into a fight where you are meant to. Let me make the chat a little bit bigger. I don't understand. That's the wrong one. That's my music playlist. Where are we going? Where is chat? There's chat. I don't understand how you can go into a fight that you are meant to handedly win, easily, nearly lose it in the first 2 rounds, get knocked down in the first 2 rounds, and then have it turn around as like you should be raised up the pound for pound list. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. What's up, Joe Hogan? How are you, man? I can beat Poetan. Looking like Spider-Man today, mate. Am I? With the bright red? Yeah, I guess so. It does look a bit webbed, doesn't it? Looks a bit webbed, doesn't it? How is Clash Royale, Eric? How is Clash Royale? Should I download it? Shall we play a few rounds together? He was sick and injured and still puts on an epic KO and he gets hated on. Anyone else would have pulled out. That is true, mate. That is true. I don't think he's getting hated on. I just like teasing him a little bit. But we are going to talk about the pound for pound list today. We got things that we need to talk about. Why is this thing this way? I like that. But yeah, we'll talk about what's up, Run Deep. How are you, man? Like I said, we will start the lists and all that discussion after we just fucking catch up for a bit, boys. We just need to catch up for a bit. We need to slow down, have a chat, digest UFC 307. The video that I have tomorrow, I'm going to share it with you guys now because you guys are the OGs. You're the ones that are here, you know? So what do you think about this idea for a video tomorrow? Let me read everyone's. He's reaching the Izzy status where people don't properly look at his skill set and instead just praise the shit out of him. He needs to lose so people look at him accurately. Yeah, dude, I think, see, Toad, this is the conversation I've been having with everyone in the Discord, and just your stance on it, Toad, is exactly where my stance is. Like, I like Alex Pereira. I constantly say he might be one of the best combat athletes of all time. I constantly praise his kickboxing, but to want him as, I was listening to a podcast today. I forget who it was. I think it was Fight Disclosure or something like that. It was the British guys. They're talking about they want to put Alex Pereira as number 1 on the pound for pound list. Like, they are overhyping him to such a crazy point. It does my head in. Yeah, I get it when it I got it when it came out. It has its ups and downs, but I love it. My weekend was good, Eric. My weekend was good. I actually, funnily enough, talking about mobile games, I downloaded Albion Online to just log into and have a little click around before bed. Like 10 minutes before bed, a little bit of Albion Online. I've been rather enjoying it. But it was good, man. We chilled out. The weather was good. Saturday was a relaxed day. I didn't do any YouTube, any MMA. Just took it easy. Me and Jamie went out for the day. It was good, brother. It was good. How was your weekend, Eric? Did you enjoy it? 3 defenses in 7 months. If that doesn't put you at number 1 on pound for pound, then nothing else should. See, Nacho, I don't understand what that has got to do with a skill for skill. Like, the pound for pound list is the rankings if everyone was in the same weight class, in the same division. What you've said is phenomenal, but it does not affect your pound for pound at all. Yeah, Dougie, don't diss my Sharma 2 minutes into the stream. What's up, Chris? He needs to lose is such a retarded statement. How long have we been live for? Yeah, we could say retarded. Retarded. He should definitely be in the top 5. We are going to rearrange some things. He is number 1, bro. Deal with it. He is absolutely not number 1. He hasn't got a single takedown. I think it's pretty clear that Ank beats him. In order to pick Pereira, you just got to trust the Daggy nut hug because Alex has no get-up game. I mean, last time we saw it tested, what? He was stuck under Jan until the end of the round. Not Jan. Yeah, he was stuck under Jan Blachowicz until the end of the round. I do think when you look at the Batista fight, and when you look at the Merab Dvalishvili fight, and when you look at the Bilal Muhammad fight, I do think a lot of that fight is going to happen on the feet. And then when things start to go wrong on the feet, Ankalaev is just going to press him up against the cage. I do think Ankalaev is going to beat Alex Pereira. I do really believe that. I remember all the massive nerds in school were always playing Clash Royale. You would love it. Oh my god, dude. You just made me feel so old. Dude, when I was in the first like barely pixel colored phone with a camera on it came out in my last year of high school. Like I remember, like Nacho might remember this. You remember those 3 mobiles, Nacho? They were like bigged up by the Australian cricket team. The mobile company was just called 3, and you could take photos with it. That literally came out in my last year of high school. So yeah, there was no Clash Royale when I was in school, mate. Ank went to a draw with Jan, who Powhatan keep coping to. Now, Nacho, let us be fair, please, sir. That fight against Jan was razor thin. Have you gone back and watched it with a clear eye without having Alex Pereira's cock shoved into your throat? It was razor close, man. Razor close. End of the day, don't matter. No, we all serious about someone else's... End of the day, does it matter? No, we're all too serious about someone else ranking. Yeah, I know, Run Deep, but it's a good back and forth and good fun while we're, I don't know, filling in time for the next massive card, right? Ank isn't a wrestler, he's a striker. Just because he's from Dagestan, the casual suddenly think he follows his father's, but I don't think, no, dude, I think he's going to stand and strike with it. Listen, Nacho, listen to my words, man. I think he's going to stand and strike with Alex Pereira. I think during those striking exchanges, Alex Pereira is probably going to win those striking exchanges. And then I think Ankalaev is going to resort to a gritty wrestling style, very similar to Bilal, Merab, and Mario Batista. I think that's a fair summation of how that fight is going to go. I don't count Khalil as a title defense and barely count Yuri too because he should have fought Ank both times. I still count it, but I get what you're trying to say. I do count them as a title defense. It is phenomenal what he's doing. I don't see why we can't be like, I feel like at this stage of the game to really like not insanely praise Powhatan at every corner. You're just you're a Powhatan hater according to the Powhatan fans. Like, I endlessly say nice things about him, and people in the comments still say I never say a nice word about Alex Pereira. It's wild, man. He becomes a wrestler once he starts getting outstruck, but if you start getting outstruck, you literally die. Yeah, I mean, he does hit fucking hard, so we will see how it goes, man. Not as close as Jan and Ank. True, not as close. True, I mean, Jan versus Ank was literally a draw, but it was still very, very, very close. He can wrestle, and Pereira will not be able to get up. Plus, Pereira's striking isn't the same with a takedown threat. Yeah, Jan and Bruno. Yeah, that's what I think it's going to be. I do think, even though it's not going to be the most, like, he's not going to be as successful with the grappling as other people are, the grappling is going to be enough to get him over the line. And also, look at the way the judging has been lately, right? Don't hate. Let me play my damn game. You play your game. I said I might download it. You play your game, Eric. Enjoy. It was very, very close, but it was still pretty clear. I think draws are 100% correct. Yeah, no, I'm not arguing any of it. I'm just saying to be like, well, he beat Jan. He beat Jan by, as we like to say on this channel, Larry, a bee's dick. And how are you, Larry? It's good to see you again, man. It'll be hilarious if Rakic gets slipped. No, it won't, Joe. No, it won't. It'll be sad. And I'll be up way too early to see that shit. I think Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic got dropped down the card yet another slot, which means I have to get up even fucking earlier. Fucking Abu Dhabi. God damn it. I think Alex needed this adversity in order to better mentally prepare for Ank. I think that's correct. Yeah, that's a good way. You've picked against him in every single fight, Doug, and now you're going to pick against him again. You clearly don't rate him very highly. I rate him where he deserves to be rated. I do not go around saying that he is the best fighter, pound for pound, out of the 750 athletes that we have on the roster. That is insane. For someone that does not have a single takedown in MMA, that is an insane statement. I even said the fact that he broke Ronda Rousey's record is legendary. He's going on a legendary run. But do not pretend that Khalil Roundtree was put in there because Khalil Roundtree was the rightful number one contender. Khalil Roundtree was put in there for Alex to have a highlight reel to fill in a card on a blank calendar space. They are both facts. I think Alex versus Ank will be very much like Jan. I think Alex versus Ankalaev will be very much like Jan. Very Ank, except Alex won't let Ankalaev go when he's compromised like Jan did. Yeah, so when Ankalaev is hurt, that is when Alex Pereira is going to turn it on and enter the Matrix. Yep. You have to both trust that Ank won't shoot in the first 10 seconds and trust that Pereira will get the KO before Ankalaev decides to wrestle pick him. It's literally a Hail Mary coat pick. Yeah, I think it's just like a fanboy pick. I think it's a fanboy pick. Being the most exciting striker of all time is a better skill than Marab's Kochner. It is more entertaining, but for MMA, for a objective MMA skill, no, it isn't. Better now that you're here. How's everyone's good? We're already arguing about Alex Pereira. Isn't it great? He keeps beating everyone that you pick him to beat, so clearly you don't rate him correctly. Maybe I don't respect his power enough. Maybe. I'm seeing the same cope I did when Islam versus Oliveira. Everyone will pick the Brazilian fan favorite, then cry afterward. It does have that sort of feeling about it, doesn't it, Toad? It does have that sort of feeling about it. He actually has a better takedown defense than Islam. Oh, shit, that is wild. Sharma smashed Dougie's ex-girlfriend back in the day. He said to her, help me put it in your ass. His striking is god tier. He doesn't need to crotch sniff like a loser. Go watch wrestling if you want to see takedowns. I want to see MMA. That's why I watch MMA, Nacho. That's why when I make a pound for pound MMA skill list, I take into consideration all the skills of MMA. Didn't he take down Izzy? No, I think he attempted it, but Izzy shucked it off. It's 1 a.m. I literally meant to say it would be hilarious if Rakic sleeps Ankalaev, but I accidentally said the opposite. Now that would be way better, Joe Hogan, because that ends all of this. And I will say to the poetards out there, obviously Rakic sleeps Pereira with that Serbian strength. Less than a month away from my first UFC event. That is sick. That is awesome, Chris. Let us know how you go with it. Just take some photos, put them in the Discord. The trouble with the pound for pound is the fact that he's been a champ in two divisions. Islam is clearly more well-rounded and better overall, but he has the same success. But would he have the same success if he moved up? Yeah, that is one of the arguments to it. Like when you have actual fighters that do actually fight across weight classes, whereas you have someone like me who has to use the power of imagination when I look at it. But no, I don't. I think if Islam had to cut weight to 170, the way that he has to cut weight to 155, I think he would have just as much success. Yes, but if you took Islam Makhachev in real life as he is now, without the imagination, and just stuck him in at 170, no, I do not think he would do as well. Like the stream, boys. Like the stream. I legit don't even want to watch this stream if you say picking Alex to beat Ank is a fanboy pick. How retarded are you? Rakic couldn't even beat Yuri. What a loser. Yeah, the Rakic pick is a bit of a cope. It is a bit of a cope. Is that even relevant? Well, Larry, what are we talking about? The trouble? Yep. Do you... Chris, are you going to it live? Nice. He took down Izzy. No, he took Izzy down. Did he actually take Izzy down? Is that true? Did he actually land that takedown on Izzy? Well then, he has some takedowns in the UFC. That does move him up the pound for pound list a little bit. What's up, Cayman? How are you, man? How was training today? How you going, dude? It doesn't even matter anyways. I see what the script is. Pereira wants to fight in March, which is during Ramadan. So they will make Pereira versus Allberg. Magomed will get Pereira once he's 38 and win. Dude, if they actually do that, that is kind of wild. But yeah, they probably could do that. Poatan won middleweight and light heavyweight, so he has shown his skills across weight classes, and you still have him at number 8, so you don't even follow your own rule. Like I said, Nacho, on today's stream, we are going to be making some changes to the pound for pound list. He will not be going as number 1 or number 2, but we are going to be making some changes to the pound for pound list. We're just having a bit of back and forth first. Aspinall is number 1 pound for pound. If Islam was his size, he would get slept in 20 seconds. You're telling me Shamir Gaziev can bet that? Joe Hogan. Joe. Thanks, Nacho. You are... Fuck, I love Australians so much. I hate our government, but I love Aussies so much. All me and Nacho have done is fucking abuse each other for the last week. Thanks, Nacho. You're a legend, man. Thank you for the membership. I swear to God, mate. if this was like fucking MMA Joey or James Lynch channel, we would have banned each. Like you would have clocked out, or I would have banned you. Like they would just be. They would not act like this. You're a legend, man. Joe Hogan, Shamil Gaziev is not the embodiment of Islam Makhachev at heavyweight. That is wild, mate. Ank is certainly his toughest test, and my pick will be based on how Ank does against Rakic. But it's only a fanboy pick if you ignore the fact that Ank is a striker, not a wrestler. No, Larry, look, I get it. And again, my take on the Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira fight is that it will, obviously, Ank will play with the striking because he is a striker. Feel like he is losing the striking battle, maybe even visually start losing the striking battle, probably start losing the striking battle, and then lean into some nasty grappling against the cage, like Bilal Muhammad, like Merab Dvalishvili, like Mario Batista, and will end up edging out a decision win. I'll definitely take some videos and pictures, share them. Nice, nice, nice. Let me catch up on everyone. What's up, Paradox? How are you, brother? Let me catch up on everyone. What's up, Magomed? How are you, dude? Yep, 100% takedown. That is actually crazy. People keep saying Ank is a striker, not a wrestler, but Ank is way more well-rounded. If Ank doesn't do well on the feet, he does go to wrestling. Yeah, so he's primarily a striker that does have wrestling. Magomed, tell them, man. Tell them about your fighting style. I'm going to stop smoking the ganja on Wednesdays and save all my kush to make weed butter for the Pop-Tart brownies. I got to get caffeine pills so I don't pass out before Rose versus Aaron. Yeah. True. What time is it going to be on for you, Chris? I can't afford to just not do well on the feet with Pereira, though. Ank would need to wrestle first. Yeah, he does hit like a fucking brick shithouse, so we'll see how that goes. I'm keen to hit that event up in November, brother. You're a sick cunt, even if you're blinded by your disgusting Eastern Europe. You're just trying to draw me in so you can stab me in person for the first Alex Pereira passion killing. You can all cope, but I am not basing a pick of an assumption that the Daggy won't cross sniff when he's been proven to have solid... Yeah, he is absolutely going to use the wrestling at some point. A316 Immortal, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much for the $7, man. I really, really appreciate it. And God bless you, sir. You're a bloody legend. Let me just slow the chat down just a little bit so I can catch up with everyone here. Edit... customization, slow-mo, just for a second, then I'll open it back up. I'll open it right back up after I catch up on everyone. 1 second, boys. You said Americans are pussies in the Discord, but at least we didn't let our no, that's true. That's true. Never get rid of your weapons, Larry. Never get rid of your weapons. You notice there was only one Western country in the world that didn't impose that on everybody, and it was the one Western country that had its weapons. Never, ever, ever get rid of your weapons. Predator, what's up, brother? How are you, man? What's been going on? You excited to see Francis Ngannou's return? He wasn't even throwing that powerful left hook. I know, he did it without it. He threw a bunch of left hooks. I stand and bang with Pereira, brother. I don't care what people think, brother. Alex beats Ank. Check the stats. Alex has 100% takedown accuracy. Well, then he obviously wins, right? Alex Pereira passion killing is fucking hilarious, right? MMA YouTuber died in a fit of passion. He finished the fight with the left hook to the body, and yes, he did throw a bunch, but he wasn't throwing it as much as usual at all. He was using his body kicks, leg kicks, and he was doing a lot of the damage with the jab. All right, cool. I can open this back up now. I've caught up to everybody. Edit, customization, slow mode is off. All right, you unhinged lunatics, go nuts. Let's get back into it. I saw him throw a bunch of Lex hooks to Khalil's face, and Khalil took all of them. He self-identifies as a striker that should be respected. He self-identifies as a striker. That should be respected. You do not get to decide his identity. We respect the fact that you identify as a male, Doug. Maybe pay it for. You identify as a male. Don't make me get my dick out on this fucking stream, mate. Don't make me get my dick out. Starts at a decent time, 3:30. 3:30. That's 3 p.m. Nice, man. That's good. Why do you need caffeine pills? I guess it's just a lot of WMMA. If he stands with Pereira, he loses. What's up, Northwest? How are you, man? Izzy took down Alex. So did Jan. Would you rather get hit by Alex's left hook Or Ngannou's over-him uppercut. I think if I got hit with Francis Ngannou's uppercut that he gave Alistair over him, I do truly believe that the back of my skull would detach from my vertebrae. I think I would actually die. It would be like Rocky 3. Throw in the towel! Rock, you gotta throw in the towel! I think I would actually die. So, Alex's left hook once, and just don't aim for the temple. How are you, Northwest? I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're doing good. I think Alex's wrestling will be a lot better than the Yarn fight. He's grown into his frame a lot more. I'm pretty confident that he'll be able to KO Ank late in round 2, early round 3. I think Ank will see the success Khalil had and try to strike and get knocked out. That is actually the first thing that you have said that has reason and logic in it that I can agree with. Ankalaev might notice that a straightforward Muay Thai style does sort of trip up kickboxers a little bit, choose to use that and get caught. That is a solid, that's a solid theory. The thing is, if Ank goes for the wrestling, he will complete the takedowns. Pereira did not have the hips to sprawl the way he moves. He is slow with the get-ups. He has been working relentlessly with Glover Teixeira. Quick, everyone call Doug a girl so we can see he's down under. I'll show you my down under. The anti-wrestling is all clinch, but he's strong there. That's why it works. A well-timed double, Pereira is not stopping that. Well, yeah, true, but it is very hard to stop a well-timed double leg, especially at light heavy, like the bigger weight classes. By the time the fight happens, we'll be over 2 years removed from the Yarn fight. You got to assume Ank's leg kick defense will improve in the Rakic and Pereira training camps. I think the Rakic fight is obviously going to tell us a lot about the way that this is going to go. But you also have to assume that Alex Pereira's takedown defense is going to have improved a lot by that time as well, right? Left hook to the temple, Justin. Okay, right. Alex Pereira's left hook to the temple or Justin Gaethje kick to the nuts. Left hook to the temple. I'm still the young man. I think I'm 35-ish. I'm still a young man. I got plenty of use in those boys. I'm not ready to sacrifice them yet. I cannot wait for UFC 308. Neither. Which one, mate? Which one? Sorry, 316. Which card is in Canada? I guess Khalil has the best chin on earth and Cameron because Alex has about 50 knockouts in combat sports with his left hook. Khalil's chin was phenomenal and impressive. It really bloody was. Should we do my pound for pound list? Is it time? Is it time, chat? Or should I tell you about the idea for tomorrow's video with my ride or dies? Let's do the pound for pound. Let's get this shit out of the way. Studio mode. Let's do this, chat. It's time. I wouldn't need the caffeine pills if just drinking, but going to smoke up and take pop brownies before I go into the arena. Yep. So you're going to be needing some caffeine to stay awake for sure. What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, brother? Are you enjoying the sun, man? Let us do this then. Go over to Canva. Yep. Go over to Canva. Sweet. And then here, I just need to strike a cool pose with the camera. And when we switch it up, and... Is this it? Maybe that's it. Oh, what a cool pose. What a cool pose. And just like a disgruntled child in school, we are transitioning. There we go. I guess Khalil has the best chin. I think Alex's takedown defense will not improve enough to stop the singles and doubles from someone like Ank. He is way too upright. He loses balance every time that he kicks. Maybe. That could happen. Not bad. The Daggy might choose not to crotch sniff and could get KO'd before he shoots. But be real with ourselves. The Daggy might choose not to crotch sniff and could get KO'd before he shoots, but be real with us. He might choose to do that, but we'll see. I think he will start off on the feet and see how he goes with the striking. I wouldn't need... Nice. 316 Immortal. It's Rose for Sarah and Coman. I don't think Alex will be able to deal with the grappling, but I also think if Magomed uses his usual striking style first, he will get slept. I 100% think Magomed will use striking first. He always does that. If you watch the training footage, his grappling has definitely improved big time. He already stayed defensive sound on the ground with Yan and Yuri. It'll be interesting. I'm hoping Kayla helps with some judo counter throws for Ank's takedowns. I'm hoping so too, and I do think his grappling is getting better, man. I 100% do think his grappling is getting better. Former middleweight champ, current lightweight champ with 3 defenses, all brutal knockouts. Seriously, Doug, you have to have Poatan at number 3 minimum. Is Buckley title shot worthy? No, one more. One more to get a title shot. I love Buckley's call out. I absolutely love Buckley's call out of Kamaru Usman. He used his skills to get those belts, so don't try and say that doesn't mean he doesn't have the skills. His striking is elite, and it cancels out his need to shoot. It doesn't cancel it out. Okay. Merab is dropping down. First of all, Merab is dropping down. I don't like having Merab at number 6. His striking is disgusting. His striking is disgusting, and I do think he lost the striking exchanges with Sean O'Malley. So his striking is disgusting. He is dropping down. Let me continue. Ank has the highest defensive stats at light heavyweight. Not sure why he's getting slept guaranteed. His defense is way better than Khalil's. I think because people have seen Alex Pereira knock so many people out, they just think it's going to happen automatically. Even though Izzy was taking shots off Alex Pereira, even though Khalil Roundtree was taking shots off Alex Pereira, even though Jan Blachowicz was taking shots off Alex Pereira. I think because Alex Pereira has got a few awesome knockouts. They think it's just like a touch of death, you know. And then of course you have like, what's up, Tony? How are you, brother? How was the camping trip, man? Then of course you have like Mark Goddard. It's over. Claiming like that he hits harder than anyone he's ever heard. Mark Goddard's been saying some real weird shit lately. Alex fought Khalil with 15 injuries whilst fighting 4 times in 12 months and still brutally finished him with one of the best beatings we've seen in years. That's another thing we need to talk about. The gloves. Are we noticing that the gloves are leading to less finishes, but we're getting more damage in the cage? Like the less padding on the gloves is causing the fighters... Someone said the new gloves are almost like bare knuckle, and it's actually looking that way. I was looking through Twitter today, and it was just a photo of all the brutal beatings that we've seen since the new gloves have come in. So we're seeing more people get the shit beaten out of them, but less finishes, and it might be something to do with the new padding. DDP above Tapuria is unacceptable. Well, we went over this so many times, Tony. We went over this so many times. Let's all just take a moment to acknowledge the element in the room here. What's up, not Dana White? I think I know what you're talking about when it comes to this list, right? It's not the fight that I want to see next, but Buckley might be the funniest person. To be the first to sleep Gary. I would fucking love it if Buckley slept Ian Gary. Love it. And I do think if it was Buckley versus Gary, Buckley wins that fight. Worse in every way. Fight's worst weight class. Lost to Sean Strickland. I'm not arguing with this one with you. We argued about this all week last week, and this is how it ended up. These two are locked together until Ilya Tapuria fights Max Holloway. The gloves lead to brutal TKOs instead of flash knockouts. Yeah. Doug, listen to Annie Me by Warren G. Right now I'm listening to Animals by... What's that? Will Sparks. Sparksy boy. Ilya has much to prove. He's pretty good. I mean, number 4 is pretty fair. I don't think it's just about Pereira's takedown defense. His striking is not the same with the takedown threat. Plus, once he is on the ground, he tries to stall as best as possible and doesn't really go for get-ups as much. The problem is we haven't seen him taken down a lot since the Jan fight, so we don't know how he's going to go. Why do you hate Pereira but glaze the Rat and Aspinall? I don't hate Pereira. What's up, not the AM, bro? How are you, man? I don't hate Pereira. Aspinall deserves all the praise in the world. He is... a phenomenal athlete, and so is Ilya Tapuria. It's about the style matchup. Of course, now we know how rough the lead-up was for Alex, but Khalil is still better against Alex than against Jacoby because styles make fights. Ripping a massive one right now. Cheers, boys! The forward pressure of Muay Thai does usually break open the point-striking style of kickboxing. Do you believe Alex hits harder than Francis? No, not for a fucking second do I believe that. That is UFC propaganda, predator. Your boy Francis reigns supreme. I know the photo you're referring to. 3 of the photos were either caused by elbow headbutt or before the gloves were introduced. Oh, okay. They were okay. Fair enough. So it's probably one of those things that you see on Twitter. Can you believe it, Tony? Something on Twitter wasn't true? I'm shocked. I'm shocked, Tony. Alex hits harder than Francis. Don't believe it. UFC propaganda. Ank by decision is a pretty easy pick, but I guess these people would rather cry about it when it happens. Yeah, I think that's the... And I have a brilliant record when it comes to main events, and I just see that that's how that one is going to go. I did the math, and the new gloves have a 20% lower knockdown rate than the previous ones. It seems they are less concussive. And ladies and gentlemen of the chat, degenerates of the chat, I would like you guys to know that Tony Two Studs, he's a fucking nuclear physicist. He'll do the fucking maths, and he'll do it right, not like me. Pereira hater and Ilya Glazer certified. Wrong. Dana, I'm going to read this in Dana's voice. Dougie's got to be smoking footlongs of Yeti cocks if John Jones isn't number 0 on this list. Off the screen. I see no possible way the baddest man doesn't make it onto the list unless he is simply above it. Yeah, John Jones sits as a god above the pound-for-pound list, out of reach. Aspinall fights for like 30 seconds against chinless heavy fats. He has no... Aspinall fights for like 30 seconds against chinless, heavy fats. He has no skill. The rat is a fraud. Guys, clocks in the chat for not the AM, bro. Clock emojis in the chat. Doug, will you accept this public challenge to play me on UFC 5? And if I win, I get control of the pound-for-pound list for a month. I accept your challenge, Nacho. Let's set it up for a... They're going to have to do a female co-main event before the end of the year. Let's set it up for when the rest of the pay-per-views are lined up for the end of the year. Wherever the big... Maybe they might do a female main event fight night. We'll set it up. And we'll do it during a stream. Alex beats his record when they measured it. I don't believe it, Northwest. UFC propaganda. The reason Khalil took all those shots was because he had his hands and chin down and braced for every shot. And what were we saying, Toad? It's the shots you don't see coming. Shit, where was I at? Do I need to slow the chat down a little bit? Okay, here we go. I'll catch up to everyone. The thing is, Ank didn't get pieced up like people were saying against Jan. He got out kicked and damaged to the legs because Jan went shin to shin, which is very unusual and super dangerous. But it did still fuck him up quite a bit. But you're right, they were unorthodox kicks. Magomed has really good striking defense, but just like we've never seen Alex fight a wrestler, we've never seen Ank fight an elite striker, and the closest thing to it was Jan, and he chewed the legs up bad. I know. That's sort of the problem with light heavyweight being so, what would you call it? I guess shallow. We don't get a lot of footage on these fighters. Like in bantamweight, you get so much footage to go back and watch. In light heavyweight, I mean, Jamal Hill was a fucking champion. He's like ranked number 11th. But Ank was landing good combos, true. Heavyweights demonstrably have more chins than any other weight class. I don't know what the kid is talking about. Why isn't John Jones on the list? Because he's in active 316 Immortal. I am the Ilya Glazer. He shouldn't be above Aspinall until after he knocks out Holloway. He is like marginal. If I could do it like this, Tony, where they shared 3 and 4, I would. But right now, it's just marginal. And we went over this a lot in the comments before. What's up, Garrett? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Sorry I didn't read your comment out earlier. You know, I try and read every single one. He already accepted hate it. Don't hate father's plan. Jamal Hill got one punch KO with the left hook and was out cold. He did. Look, Pereira has some awesome knockouts, but that doesn't mean every single fight he gets that sick, insane knockout straight away. People can get touched up by Pereira and survive. What's up, homework? Hey, Dougie, you mind ranking Rob a little higher? Don't ask me why. I know exactly why you want to do that, and it doesn't. I could put Robert Whittaker as number 1. It doesn't matter. Chimaev isn't winning that fight. I mean, Alex is also known for having the most unorthodox and unusual kicks. I think the thing is, though, he doesn't really send the fucking leg kicks like Jan Blachowicz, when he leg kicks, he's trying to fucking cut down a Polish tree. He's trying to save someone's life from a tree. He is sending that fucking leg kick. When Alex Pereira leg kicks, it's that typical kickboxer leg kick. He's pinpoint accuracy. What's up, Mo? How are you, man? Speaking of Alex Pereira Glazers, how are you, brother? Hope you've been doing well, man. So, when Alex Pereira sends his leg kick to the lower calf, it's pinpoint level accuracy, and it's there to sting, whip, hurt, but it's very different to a Jan Blachowicz leg kick, which is trying to split open wood. People act like Jan doesn't have some of the best leg kicks in UFC history. He's on our leg kicker tier list. Bang to the boogie, sit up, jump the boogie, yeah, the rhythm of the boogie gon' beat. I'm still working on the thumbnail, by the way, Chris. I'm still working on the emoji. Hey, Dougie, no. So he was still out cold. He was out cold. Do it for the co-main of UFC Edmonton so I can watch you guys play each other live at the event. Oh, that's sick, Chris. That one's a good one. Did you know there are only 34 light heavyweights on the roster? Kind of makes Alec looks a lot less impressive if not for his middleweight run. That is so fair, Tony. Take that, Nacho. Alex is number 3, you mad fool. Oh, yeah, we're going to move. We're moving things around. We're still moving things around. When Francis touches you, you do not get up. Yeah, Francis Ngannou drowns you with punches and you die. Overeem went into space. Yeah, Overeem hasn't been seen since. His head is still floating around the earth like a satellite. It's Rose versus Aaron. Oh, yeah, that might be the one. Nacho, that might be the one. That might be the one where it goes down for control of the pound-for-pound list for a month. I love you, homework. What happened to you saying that Alex can't box, by the way? Alex went flow state against Khalil. Oh, Mo, don't even start on that. Alex Pereira got pieced up by Khalil Roundtree in the first 2 rounds. He's lucky Khalil Roundtree ran out of air, mate. If anything, Alex Pereira got exposed, Mo. Exposed. Khalil Roundtree couldn't even beat Dustin Jacoby. Couldn't even beat Anthony Smith. Hey, 316 Immortal, thank you so much for the $7, man. Switch Armra with Ilya, maybe because of my background. Armin with Ilya, not because of my background. We're allowed to be biased here, mate. That's kind of what this channel is all about. Thank you so much, 316 Immortal. I appreciate the $7, brother. Let me slow the chat down just a touch. Let me catch up with everyone, and then I'll speed it back up again. I know slowing the chat down cramps everyone's style, but you guys are getting ahead of me a little bit. So let me just slow it down just a touch. You can still message. And then once I catch back up, I'll open it back up for unhinged insaneness. All right, here we go. Speed run this. Let's go, Dougie. Come on. Where was I up to? All right. Not from Derek Lewis, though. Lewis hits harder than Francis. Not from Derek Lewis, though. Lewis hits harder than Francis Ngannou. Does he? Insanity. I don't think he does, man. Does he? Alex went flow state against Khalil. We explained that one. Sean Strickland should be on the list, honestly. One of the more unbeatable styles in the UFC. Yeah, he kind of should be down there. He should be down there a bit. You're not wrong. Yeah, I'll think about that, actually, Tony. True, but Alex's leg kicks are superior. He made Jan not throw his at all and beat his legs up a little. Yeah, I'm just saying they're kind of different. You know what I mean? But maybe they are superior. I just feel like Jan's hurt more. Maybe they just look like they hurt more. Jamal Hill literally closed his eyes while throwing a straight left. He didn't see the left hook. And Yuri, we know he lifts his chin up straight, literally giving the left hook on a platter. I know, and Yuri tends to lead with his head. He thinks he's got like... What's the word for it? He thinks he moves his head like Muhammad Ali, and he doesn't. Anker's an overall better striker than Jan, but he couldn't deal with Jan's Polish tree trunks for legs. He probably cleaned that hole up after 2 years, though, because all the daggies do is train. And trend. No, that's true. All they do is, yeah. True. I hope that he does. And you do know that they're the sort of gym where if they have a big problem like that, they fucking work on it till they die in the training room. Guys like Khalil and Jan didn't, and look how effective the left hook was. Not as effective. Yeah, you're saying like they don't just leave their chin out there to get cracked. Yeah, it doesn't land as hard. He woke up in the ambulance from Lewis, not from Ngannou though. Oh, that's a good point. So maybe fucking Blades does hit harder. Yeah, maybe he does, man. I don't know, dude. Ngannou looks like he fucking punches heads off. But yeah, that's a fact. Like, you can't argue with that. If anything, Khalil would have won a 3-rounder against... I know, dude. I know. And this is what we're saying. Isn't it funny how the Dagestans are discrediting Alex for not fighting a grappler, but don't allow any questioning of Khabib for not... That is, Larry, that is a fucking great one, and we should bring that up. We should bring that up. Although we do criticize Khabib for ducking Tony Ferguson. Although he didn't really duck him because he was meant to fight him and Tony tripped over a cable. But yeah, I get what you're saying. He knocked Smith out. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up. He couldn't beat Smith. Strike against slow mode. I'm coming back. For the next 15 seconds, I'd like you all to consider the losses of everyone in this list. Then consider that John Jones has fucking none. Well, that's because John Jones is the biggest ducker in history. I didn't say that, but I'd rather get hooked with an uppercut by anyone. Oh my god, yeah. A hook rather than an uppercut for sure, man. If any of you in chat were going to hit me, I'd prefer it be a fucking hook. 44% of light heavyweight fighters are ranked. 20% of light heavyweight fighters are ranked ahead of Khalil Roundtree. Oh, Tony with the stats. You officially are an Alex hater, bro. Khalil landed, yes, but Alex was sick. Injured rib, and Khalil still gassed first, and Alex only turned it up around 3 or 4. I'm not an Alex hater, but I just love fucking teasing you, poetards. Alex, actually 0, not 1, like John Jones, lost to himself. John Jones lost to Dominic Reyes and lost to USADA, and the DC fight was overturned. All the Daggies do is train, and all Alex does is fight. Keep coping. Doug is legit, and Alec and Ankalaev simp. Disgusting behavior from the Serb. Probably going to pink Ank over his own blood. Rakic. No, Rakic is going to end this Magomed Ankalaev talk. And I find it funny how you guys say it would be a 3rd win for Khalil. That was a 5-round match. Who was going to rush and ruin their gas tank in the first 3 rounds? You must be retarded or Khalil Roundtree. I'm just saying, he lost the striking to a very subpar striker. That's a fact. You know, you can't duck that. You know what I mean? You can't duck that. Khalil arguably only won round 2. The first round wasn't clear. I think he won the first round. I think he won on every single scorecard, Joe. Khabib lost to T-Bow. Oh, another good one from Northwest. That's true. You and Larry are picking apart the Dagestanis with precision in this chat. Hell yeah, bro. I can't wait to see it. Do you want me to send any more potential emojis to the Discord? No, we'll leave that one for now. I'll switch it over this week. I'll just do it in the back and we don't need a vote. That was a 5. Yep, we read that one. Okay, cool. I caught up with everyone. Let me open it back up to the absolutely unrestricted spasms that is the chat. Customization. Slow mode is off. Save. Done. You guys can go nuts. Let me catch back up to everyone. I feel like we could use a creepy Humzat face instead of the Smash coin because nobody uses it. But I mean, if you can find a creepy Humzat face, a clear one, feel free to send it in the Discord, and I'll swap the Smash coin and I'll swap the Conor McGregor one this month. So we'll get 2 new emojis this month without even voting on it. How is Alex not fighting a grappler comparable to Khabib not fighting grapplers, even though he fought RDA? Because we... Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Sometimes my when I'm reading chat so quickly, my memory fails me. But RDA kind of mixes the striking with the grappling, but yeah, RDA, solid grappler. And I guess the comparable argument is that we never really got to see Khabib truly test himself. Like, what was he? Barboza, striker. Ally Quinta, striker. Gaethje never has thrown... I think he's thrown 1 takedown in his entire career, and that was after the Khabib fight. Poirier, striker. Conor, striker. Rakic lays on Alex Pereira for 5 rounds easily. Rakic lays on Alex. No, dude. I think Rakic tries to stand and kickbox with him. Where are we? Shit. Strike against slow mode. I turned slow mode off. Slow mode is off. Alex. Quick throwback to the best boxer discussion. Sean and Alex. Who was it that actually dropped Izzy? Precision beats power. Timing beats speed. Max Strickland. Ooh, good one, Larry. Good one. Wait, my message for Tony was erased. I didn't do that. Guys above Khalil, the only person more deserving was Ankalaev. Yeah, it should have been Ankalaev. So yeah, everyone else in the division doesn't really matter. Islam lost the first fight against Volk. How can we forget that? True, Islam did, and Islam's been cleanly knocked out. At the end of the day, Alex was supposed to decimate Khalil. And that is not what happened. Even in a domination, although competitive fight, Khalil literally took rounds from Pereira and gave him issues. Yeah, I know. So it's weird. We're like elevating Alex Pereira off a fight that he should have done better at. Rakic, the Oaf, couldn't even finish a mentally challenged Yuri. Have we done an IQ check on Rakic? He might be the first Down syndrome fighter in the UFC. How did he not finish Yuri? It is honestly not fair. They didn't exist in Khabib's division, just like they don't exist in Alex's. Yeah, there's not many. Tony, who do you reckon is the best grappler in light heavyweight in the entire division? He won. It was just boring and didn't get any ground and pound. It was just Khabib holding against the fence. Marab maxing. Brutal, mate. RDA got held down by Vicente Luque for 5 rounds, so hardly a grappler if Luque is fucking holding you down. Ank will fight Rakic like a man who needs a title shot, so I don't think he'll shoot and instead just go for the KO. Yeah, I think he'll want to show off and actually go for the striking. And if he does that, then Rakic is going to beat him. Now, since the chat is unrestricted, I'll be listening to John No Weaknesses in the Octagon. See below. What did you think of the list, Toulon? No weaknesses. Yeah, because they're all outside of the Octagon, like USADA. Rakic's boxing skills are the weakest part of his game. He didn't win, go watch. He lost all 3 rounds. Rakic's boxing skills are the weakest part of his game. He didn't win, he lost. Oh, these are 2 different conversations. He didn't win. He lost all 3 rounds. You're talking about the Khabib fight and Rakic's skills. Yeah, Rakic's kicks are the best part. RDA is more of a grappler than Ferguson. Fair. That's why he cried, because he thought he lost somehow. The judges got the corners confused. You're talking about the Khabib fight again. How do we have only 9 likes? I'm bringing in my other account. Thank you, 316 Immortal. Khalil is one of the best pure strikers in the division. Therefore, he was one of the tougher matchups for him. He wins a couple of close rounds. He easily won round 1 and 2. And you get absolutely destroyed, and you guys all talk shit. That's the game. All right, I'll find it and send it. Thank you. Come on, search my face. Khalil looked pretty decimated to me. Just like a turd that wouldn't flush. Yeah, dude, by the end of the fight, he got the fuck kicked out of him. I'm just saying, those first 2 rounds were easily him. Islam beat Volk twice. Wrong. Volk won the first fight. Ferguson has one of the most fraudulent black belts in the UFC. It's up there with Alex Pereira's belt. Yeah, I mean, he really is just throwing up submissions to create scrambles on the bottom and then elbow the fuck out of people. Yeah. On paper, Anthony Smith is the best grappler. Why is it when every other great fighter wins while injured and sick and on short notice, we praise them, but Alex does it and people just want to say Alex should have done better? He did pretty good, really good. Really? He did pretty good. Really good. Really amazing. Like an American. Khabib cried after winning against T-Bell. Why would he cry? Even Joe said wow after the decision. Exactly. Even the commentators knew Khabib lost. What is your favorite cut of steak? T-bone. I don't know who said that, but comparing 2023 RDA to 2024 RDA is retarded. Yeah, that's why I was like really trying to think back, because I was like, he's sort of evolved a lot as a fighter. I dislike all videos till Alex gets just. We're working on it right now. How far have we got? We got 10 minutes left. Okay, chat. Larry, Cayman, Toad, I'm going to catch up to you, but Bilal Muhammad is moving down. Now, between Max Holloway and Alex Pereira, let's go to the stats page. UFC fighter stats, Max Holloway. Max Holloway career stats, ESPN. Where is Max Holloway's takedown accuracy? Let's do this. Where is Max Holloway's takedown accuracy? Opponent stats. Where's his overall? Where do we see the overall stats? Home schedule. Where do we see the overall stats for a fighter, chat? Let me catch up. Khalil isn't even close to one of the best strikers at light heavyweight. The division is full of strike. I know. I think they're trying to big him up. Khalil lost to Jacoby and Prachnio in the striking. He's supposed to be one of the best pure strikers. The damage control is obvious. Yeah, they are. They're running hard. They're running propaganda, right? Khalil is one of the best pure strikers in the division. Where does that put Marvin Prachnio? Yep. Anyways, I got to get ready for my soulless job. Keep grinding, Dougie. I love seeing your small community. Hey, Mo, thank you so much, man. One of the OGs, legends of the Discord moderator. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Enjoy work. People forget, man. Jeremy Stevens knocked RDA out, man. What's up, UFC Sabbath? How are you, brother? I lost my spot. Where are you, UFC Sabbath? There you are. If RDA was ever a good grappler in any era, he wouldn't be getting held down for 5 rounds by Vicente Luque, who is a pure striker. That is a hard fact to deal with. Who the fuck was that guy? That's a good point, Joe Hogan. That's a really fucking good point. Khalil might be the 6th best striker at light heavyweight. He's worse than Alex, Yuri, Jan, and Volkan Oezdemir. I don't know if I agree with the Oezdemir one. I'd say he's better than Hill. I really underrate Jamal Hill striking now. Jeremy Stevens' record for most losses in the UFC. Khalil was going tit for tat against a 1-week notice Anthony Smith. Striking numbers were even until the 3rd round. I know, right? This is what was said. We were all downplaying Khalil Roundtree. He should have done better. And Alex Pereira should have done better. And Yuri got slept, and Jan lost to Alex as well. So I don't see the point in naming them. The UFC website? Nice. Why am I on the ESPN website? UFC stats. Why is it taking me to UFC stats? Max Holloway. Cool. There we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. The career statistics are now where is the exact same thing, but for Alex Pereira. UFC tab. Boom. Fighters. Alex. Where are you, Alex Pereira? Where are you? Let's do this. Let me catch up on chat for a bit while I do this. Striking numbers were even until UFC website. Smith does have more tits than tats these days. Dude, the fucking testosterone has left him. He's on a top 5 knockout streak, but yeah, he's real shit, isn't he? He's on a top 5 knockout streak. The UFC are protecting him from Magomed Ankalaev. It's not the entire top 5. Khalil is... Fuck. Oh, you're talking about Khalil. Shit. Smith is a GOAT, though, on paper at least. On paper. Khalil did look better than ever. He appeared to have unlocked a new level for himself, or Alex was really just having a very off night and still did what he did. I think it can be both. Like, I think Khalil Roundtree just really tried to win a title that night, and Alex Pereira, all those excuses that he gave after the fight, they're not excuses, but they're probably all very valid reasons. So I thought it was a meeting of both. Khalil is worse at striking than Pereira, Rakic, Allberg, Magomed, Jan, Yuri, and probably Hill. Holloway's takedown accuracy is 53%. I've got to bring up Alex Pereira's. Khalil needs to recruit Hill into the cult so Hill can learn some emotional intelligence. Oh my god, the salt thing was so cringy. Alex Pereira career stats. Okay. Max Holloway. Takedown average is 2.5. Alex Pereira's is 0.14. Alex Pereira's takedown accuracy is 100%, and his takedown defense is 70%. Oh! Max Holloway's takedown accuracy is 53%. but his takedown defense is 84%. He takes down people way more often than Alex Pereira does. Their sub-average is exactly the same. Their striking differential, Max Holloway's is a little bit higher. Their significant strikes landed per minute. Max Holloway's is higher. Max Holloway is higher. That is the official pound-for-pound list. It's not moving. That is the pound-for-pound list. It's not moving. What's up, Kenny? How are you, dude? Well, let me catch up on everybody. Khalil needs to recruit. Can someone with 1% African DNA say the N-word? Only if they're singing along to a rap song in their car. Mike Perry thinks so. Camping was great, by the way. I was in Lincoln National Forest in New Mexico. If you care to look it up, just bought some new guns, so me and my wife went shooting. That is an insanely awesome weekend, Tony. An insanely awesome weekend. Maybe that, dude. I'm so happy. That sounds like a fucking great weekend, man. Really does. All this aside, that sounds phenomenal. Or maybe not a new level, but just the best night he'll ever have. We've seen it plenty of times before. Yeah, no, I think that was like his Steve Erceg moment. Like, that's as good as he's going to get. Like, we saw him reach a level that he's never going to reach again. Like, Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. Like, you got so close. Well done. Well done. You know, Yoel Romero versus Robert Whittaker. You got so close. I miss Jamie finishing my song lyrics in here. I know, but she needs some time off. She's chilling. Tell me what. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Agreed, Larry. It was the best Khalil we'll ever see, and it wasn't enough to get it done against a sick and compromised Alex. Khalil looked good because Alex is slow, but smart and sneaky ones. Khalil got tired, and Alex... And the smart striker Alex took over. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And that's what we said during the fight as well. Like, Khalil, 2 great rounds. The way the third round ended, Alex looked phenomenal. We were like, Alex is going to pace himself, pick his shots. That's exactly what he did. That last minute finishing sequence of Alex Pereira just staying in front of him, following him around the cage is horrific. Kenny says, Dougie, my boy, I miss you. I'm here, Kenny boy. How are you, man? I don't think that was anywhere near the best version of Alex. If he was matched up with Allberg that night instead, we would probably end up with an and new. You never know. You never know. Allberg could get fraud checked still. We need to see Allberg tested, man. Ain't nothing but a heartache is something that she would say, but alas, she isn't here right now. Best wrestler in the UFC, 100% takedown accurate. He does have 100% takedown accuracy. I think having a striking differential better than Poatan is insane, considering his octagon time. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. You're lucky I like our secret Golden Gate times. Main event this Sunday, going to be a Golden Gate time. Hopefully he can remain near the same level, even not quite. Yeah, I don't think he will. I think he'll have a hard fall off. I think we'll see one of those, like, Dominic Reyes moments from Khalil Roundtree. Like, he got this close, and then it just slipped away. Ozdemir has very good boxing. I rate him higher than Khalil. Krylov is better as well. And possibly Mozakhanov. There's some deep listed names in the light heavyweight division. Do you agree? Hey, what's up, Joanne? How are you, man? Do you agree that Islam still remains at the number 1 pound for pound spot? I do. I have him on my number 1. Could you name every single welterweight champion in order? I could not. UFC Sabbath. I could not. Longevity could give Max the edge. It did. Longevity's got it. Bro, you look like Chris Gutierrez. Well, thank you, Wick MMA. I appreciate it. Do you agree that Islam... Yeah, I did that one. Yep. Reyes too, but I think getting robbed broke Reyes. Khalil lost properly, so hopefully he'll recover fine. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like when you fly that close to the sun and miss it, the fight game is so brutal that it's very hard to say there. Wait, did Doug say something nice? I've been saying lots of things nice about Alex Pereira. I just live my life without his cock shoved firmly down my throat. The best wrestler in the UFC of all time is obviously Phil Brooks, and it's not even close. Y'all definitely won the Whittaker rematch. Either that or a draw. Giving it to Rob was a robbery that went way under the radar because Bobby Knuckles is a fan favorite. I'll never agree to that, Tony. Gonna try and make homemade Golden Gate times. Oh, dude, Chris, by the way, last night, me and Jamie went out for ice cream. We're chilling on the couch. It's like, I feel like ice cream. The sun was setting. We're like, all right, let's get some ice cream. But at first, I was like, we have Golden Gate times in the freezer. And she's like, yeah, but they're for the main event. I was like, based, Jamie. I already disapprove of the Reyes style fall off theory. Oh, I mean, we are now invoking the inevitable. Time will tell. We will see. We will see. Khalil can beat Yuri Hill easy, in my opinion. Khalil can beat Yuri. I don't know, dude. It's hard to say with Yuri. Yuri's chin, granite. Who knows? Hill, yes, I agree with that. That version of Khalil beats Yuri and Hill. Yeah, like I don't know, man. I think Khalil will get matched up with a guy like Hill and get KO'd easily. He took a lot of damage. I don't think that was Pereira 100%. It definitely wasn't Pereira at 100%. I can see him beating Hill. I can't see him beating Yuri. Pat Miocic. People forget, man. People forget. Pereira, Ankalaev, early prediction. Ankalaev via decision. Very similar to a Merab Dvalishvili, Mario Batista. I think he will lose. I think Ankalaev will lose the striking and then resort to gritty wrestling against the cage. Allberg ain't beating Alex. Sorry. Yeah, that was a big call. So going to spark up a fatty in sadness listening to this, wishing I was eating at gay time. On Sunday we will be. Guys, Wick MMA is the last one. What's up, Wick MMA? Welcome to the chat. Please like and subscribe. We do this all the time. Sometimes we do. I'll show you my tier lists, mate. We do tier lists like this. This is the best division in the UFC right now. This is my top 30 fighters of all time. This is the boxing tier list, the best boxers in the UFC. This is the 30 best leg kickers in the UFC today. All that kind of stuff and more. I'm going to read Eric's one last. Let me catch up with everybody's. Allberg had a very close fight against some random Chinese guy 2 fights ago. I know it, Tony. That's why I'm like, everyone just needs to we need to be in a holding pattern with Allberg. He's from CKB. He's getting the Sean O'Malley glaze. He's getting the Dana White treatment. The UFC see a potential star in the Australian region. Let's just hold our fucking horses when it comes to Allberg. When you're in an MLM cult devoted to developing emotional intelligence, things change though. He needs to recruit Reyes as well. New mythical fighter, Cult Khalil, new mythical fighter. I'm going to try and all my girl up. That's, unnecessary, but I mean, enjoy it. I enjoy a sticky bedroom. Do you really think Alex really did that? No, I don't think he did that. I always love hearing Dougie and Jamie's and Ian Corner. Fuck off, Chris. Khalil did not like the concussive damage. He took more of an aesthetic damage. I just think it takes something from the soul to lose like that when you get that close to your dreams. Tom Aspinall is all torso. Got very broad shoulders for knocking cunts out. And I mean that in a nice way. You know, I'm Australian, so. Do you think Alex... Yep, no, yep, sweet. Yuri was never good. He's just hard to read and lucky with how he got lucky versus Rakic. Yeah, it's hard to say that he's not good when he keeps winning, but with the worst possible style. It's almost like Dricus du Plessis 316. Do you know what I mean? Like, visually, not good. Somehow, keeps winning. Throw that as in the circle. Don't know what that means. On a real note, Pena does strike like Dricus. The way she steps through her blitzes, her posture, her angles, 90% finishing ability, 70% skill. She's basically the same fighter. Yeah, I agree. She's like... And Buckley is picking that up as well. Maybe in MMA, you just got to throw skill out the window and just swing and bang. Allberg beat his layup in 13 seconds, while Khalil took 13 rounds to KO Smith. I need to see more from Allberg. All right, boys, that is it. Leon Edwards, Twitter game is unmatched. Unheard of. Boys, that is it. No, read me last. I have a secret, Dougie. Butter on a Pop-Tart is goated. All right, nice, mate. I'll be 35 next month. Nice one, Northwest. Enjoy it. Boys, I'm out of here. There will be a new video tomorrow. The video is going to be about, has women's MMA ever been in a worse state? Is women's MMA dead? Can anything be done to save it? That is going to be tomorrow's video. There will be another live stream tomorrow. Until then, you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Yeah, stay safe. Stay happy. Alex Pereira moved up the pound-for-pound list. He is now number 6th in the pound-for-pound list using the power of objective reasoning and math. Until then, you guys have a great night. And I'll see you later. Stay healthy. Stay safe. See you, boys.